Hey, welcome to another episode of Gas and Go with Snow. So my good friend Eric here. All right, Eric, we have spent the last few days at Electrify Expo Long Beach, and there's been some very impressive cars here, but I got to tell you, Eric, this is a crowd favorite and definitely my favorite of the whole show. Hi, I'm Snow, and this is Gas and Go. So tell me a little bit about what we got here.
This is the world's first all-electric, all-wheel drive Skyline GTR.
So that right there, for those of you who don't know, is GnGwS. That's what they nicknamed the GTR, in Japan. But what's her name?
This is EVzilla.
There we go.
Or as you like to call her, EVzilla.
I say EVzilla. EVzilla is one of a kind, and it is definitely the first of her kind. So let's do a little walk around on this car. So one of the things I noticed, Eric, is that if I look at this, I can't tell it's electric, right?
That's kind of the point, except for the sound. You don't
or the lack of, right?
RV sounds.
Was it difficult to build this as an EV and keep that original styling?
Some of my goals were to keep the body lines the original.
Okay.
So we didn't want to do like a Tesla subframe in the back. So I kept as much of the GTR suspension as possible.
Okay.
And we crammed a large drive unit where a diff used to go.
Okay.
And then in the front, we got the small drive unit from P100D.
Okay.
And it actually fit pretty well.
Yeah. Well, let's check out under the hood. Let's see what we got here. So, yeah.
Where is that? Straight up.
There we go. All right. So tell me what we got.
We fit a full Model S P90D battery pack in this.
Now, for those of you who don't know, this would be out of a Model S, right? So a P90D means there's two motors, but there's 16 of these modules, and you managed to fit all of them in this little bitty car,
all 16
without changing the interior.
Right. This was my brainchild for trying to create a throwback to the inline six. So we got 6 batteries up front, kind of with the theme of valve
the RV.
cover. Yep, we got like where the coils would have gone right down the middle with the little billet accent panel.
Okay.
We have 2 batteries where the gas tank used to be.
All right.
We have 8 batteries in the trunk.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. What does that do to the balance on the car?
We're more of a Porsche weight balance now. It's a 45 front, 55 rear.
Okay. All right. Well, you do have a large drive unit back there in the
and we did set up custom spring rates to match the weights.
Okay. Well, a couple of things that I really like about the car. One, the classic GTR front. Get a good look at that. That right there, again, you would never know that this is electric until you heard the lack of sound.
Right.
But you did an awesome job of keeping the car in her original state. Now, let me ask you this. Why would you desecrate this Japanese classic like that? Why would you do that?
To be fair, I bought this car as a roller. The previous owner had completely scattered the block, so no RB was harmed under my watch.
Okay,
I just brought the car back to life.
I know you guys are going to comment and like, get off my lawn, but what Eric did is actually brought this from beyond the grave and put her back on the road, and this car is going to be more reliable and probably faster than it ever was under gas power. So with that being said, let's look at the interior. Let's check it out.
Let me do the second first.
All right, so we're going to jump in here and check out the interior. Let's see what we got here. All right, wow. Hey, Eric, this thing, with the exception of the iPad, I don't think you would notice that this has been converted. It looks like a stock GTR. So tell me a little bit about the interior here.
So we've got Alcantara dash.
Okay.
We wanted to keep with 90s theme, so we actually took the Confetti from JDM Recaros and did the door panels in the Confetti. So Tesla has, they're going plaid.
Right.
We've decided to coin the phrase, we've gone confetti.
Dude, it's awesome, dude.
We got Recaro bucket seats, and then
nice and toasty here.
Trying to keep like a tactile feel. I really wanted to have something to grab onto as a shifter. You really only need a couple buttons with EV, but I want to be able to grab something. So we tune a lot of Mark V Supras. So I took a page out of their book and put a BMW shifter in here. Okay. And it helps us select reverse or drive. And,
hey, get a look at this. All right, so if you go ahead and put it in reverse and look what happens. And it automatically shows up on the iPad.
We also have indicators over here too.
Okay. Nice. Yep. All right. Well, hey, what was some of the other challenges? I mean, I would think it's really difficult to keep this with all that you had to do.
That was a huge
what was the
goal.
challenge?
I really wanted to keep the driver compartment true so you could just be in a GTR, not be like in a crazy spaceship or a Tesla or something along those lines.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, you know what? I think there's only one thing left to do.
Oh, I think I know what you want to do.
You know what I want to do. Hey, we'll see you guys next time on Gas and Go with Snow.